Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Ready to Love season 9. Can you imagine? I think I started reviewing at like season 4 or 5. We've come a long way. Season 9, episode 1. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Some people have been asking if I'm going to do this season. Yes, I am, but it's going to be a little bit different. Watch parties are no longer going to be on YouTube. They will likely be on Discord. There's a link to Discord in the description box down below. However, for the first 2 or 3 episodes, because I'm currently moving, there might not be watch parties, so just have some grace with that. Also, don't expect a full face all the time. Your girl's about to go out. So this is not going to be a regular occurrence. This is just a special video, all right? I'm probably going to put this out on Sunday. However, you can expect reviews to come out on Saturdays. So let's get into the cast, honey. This season, they're in Dallas. They are in Dallas. And let me tell you, the men look good. I might have to move. Some of them look good. Problematic, but they look good. We're going to start with Chris. He's 39. He's of Nigerian descent. God of mercy. Bless these women. Jessica is 37. Philip is 41 and fine, if you ask me. Aries is 43. And if you watch the Kevin Stage Universe videos, you would know that she comes from Love on Stage. On Love on Stage, she was with this man. Well, she was dating this man. His name was Jesus. Aries, I don't want to rain on your parade, but I don't think you're going to find anything better than what you have already experienced. Ready to Love's track record is not that great, but honey, I wish you the best, okay? Then we have Tequila. Is it Tequila or Tequila? I'm not sure. She's 35 and she's a little bit of a drama queen. We have Habibi, who is 33. At first, I was like, oh, he cute. But as the season went on, I said, never mind. Sierra is 33, and she is married to her work. Leanne is 49. She's a little uptight and very into astrology. Herbert is 37. Marvin is 41. He's a sex fiend. Yeah, he's a sex fiend. Unique is 31, and she is a country girl. Janelle is 41, and she's adopted. So that is going to be a storyline for her. She's already said she wants to adopt because of her own adoption story, and I think she said like it adds to her slight feelings of abandonment a little bit. She alluded to it. I don't know if it's like a big deal, but she did touch on it. Then we have Quentin, who's 33. Quentin, what you doing after the show? If it doesn't work out, my socials are down below. I'm just saying. Next is Kira. She's 33. Red is 42. Brandon is 36 with 4 kids. They came from a marriage, but 4 kids. Lee is a 34-year-old workaholic. And lastly, we have Morir, who's 36 years old and is a family man. Whew, a lot of people to get through. They're starting with 18 people, so I assume they're going to do the whole bringing people along the way. Off the bat, people are very, very fond of Janelle, right? However, Brandon, I don't want you nowhere near my girl. Please, you're wasting your time.
Man, Janelle, she's a sexy thing, boy. Everybody is trying to talk to her the most. How long ago when y'all,
I've been divorced about 6 months.
6 months?
6 months?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
So I was married for 10 years, 2 separate occasions. I gave it another chance because we do have kids.
Figure it out with this lady that you have 4 kids with.
Brandon says that he got divorced twice, and the latter divorce is only 6 months out. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. On top of that, yes, he has 4 kids, but they were in marriage. So that's where I'm just like, okay, I can't really judge him too harshly on that. The 4 kids to me is all the more incentive to try again. Who's to say 2-3 months into our relationship, you're like, I missed that old thing back. You got married to the same woman twice and you're only 6 months post-divorce. Oh no, leave me out of it. Janelle, however, is having a stronger connection with Herbert anyways. So thank God Brandon is not on her radar at all. Habibi, which is now raising questions for me because he's not even Middle Eastern in any kind of degree at all. It doesn't seem. His music career is what led him to go to Dubai, and it clearly had a very strong influence on him.
There's not really a red flag, because the whole thing is just red.
Baby, you give me that Dubai feel, man.
Habibi is not from Dubai, girl. Habibi is off of 20 West and full of caca.
This is called a gutra. Not only do I, wear the culture, I wear it in my heart.
They love my music, out there.
He's a lot, so I feel like he needs to tone it down because he's on the chopping block right now.
What is your real name? It can't be Habibi. It cannot be. The last man who came with a nickname that I remember was Blue. And you know how that went. Oh, speaking of previous Love Island, previous Ready to Love people, the Rashid and Simone situation. If you saw my reviews, you know I was very skeptical of Rashid. And then he grew on me near the end. Honey, I should have stayed skeptical. Let me just say that. However, Habibi reminds me of the guy from the Houston season. I forget his name, but I think he had 5 kids and he was also very into music. He would name drop a lot. I'm like, yeah, Habibi is giving me that same energy. And again, what is your real name? You're not even Middle Eastern, but you go by Habibi? Okay. You'd think that at these people's big age, they would have a little bit more couth when talking about sex. When you're in your early 20s, early 30s, well, some of these people are in their early 30s, Anyways, they're just so forthright with sex. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have sex here and there and everywhere. But as you get older, no, sex is not taboo, but there's a little bit more finesse when talking about it. No.
Spiritual or religious? Which one would you say you are?
I'm Christian. You like the test job?
Yes.
You do?
Before marriage, before I go to sleep, before I go to work, I'll park in garage.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Like a club of any sort, where it's sex all over the place.
Oh.
It's so funny how this conversation was off the heels of are you religious or spiritual? And she's like, yeah, I'm Christian, but how does that tie into sex? And I was thinking there was going to be some kind of spiritual, philosophical take on sex and sexual expression. No. This man's like, I do it on the beach, I do it in the car, I do it in the club, I do it behind the trap. What was it? Meet me in the trap, it's going down. Meet me at the club, it's going down. Meet me at the mall, it's going down. Anywhere we meet, guarantee it's going down, okay? And then I'm just like, you know what? I can't be too mad at him because the woman asked and he answered. Lee and Quentin are connecting on their similar lifestyles, being very into fitness, I think it was. And they also talk about how marriage is something that they would want in the near future.
Were you a former athlete too, or?
Yes, soccer is my first love.
I'm a personal trainer as well, so I work in pools.
They've been married for 39 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my parents have been married for 44 years.
So you do want to be married?
Absolutely. It's not easy for me to hop in a relationship because once I get in a relationship, I want to get married.
Man, Quentin, you like me for real. Quentin and I are the same. Let me tell you something. As soon as I find enough commonality with somebody, my mind goes straight to, could this be my life partner? And I'm just sometimes it doesn't have to be that full on right out the bat, but that's just how my mind works. So I'm not surprised that both of them tend to want to get married when they find a very strong connection. And I also come from a family who, I think my parents have been married 36 years now. I think it'll be 36 years this year. I feel like they set me up for failure because I'm constantly trying to emulate what they have. And it's just very hard to find in this dating landscape. It is a drag. I hope these two work it out. They seem like they got a good thing. Wait, wasn't it Lee who got dumped? No, I think it was Leanne. Yeah, I got high hopes for them. Looks good. Morir recently lost his dad, and his dad was a very strong pillar in his life, and he himself is a family man, and he would like to recreate something similar to what his dad created.
Last year, my dad passed away, and my daddy truly meant the world. I think the love of wanting to have a great woman, that's what I'm chasing.
Maurier seems like a really cool guy. Is a little vertically challenged, but very positive.
My father made transition about a year ago.
The condolence wasn't really there, so it was just completely no.
Not her calling him out on being a short king. Listen. As long as you don't have I wanted to say Oedipus complex, but that's not it. What is it? What is that man's name? Napoleon. Yeah. As long as you don't have the Napoleon syndrome, I think we'll be fine. My only question with him is, yeah, he's a family man. He's very tied to his family, and having recently lost his father, I wonder how much grief might be a hindrance for him right now in dating. You know, it seems like I really didn't see the woman he was talking to as being very cold, but when you're in the thick of grief, I could see how that would have been the interpretation. So I just wonder, is this the right time to explore a relationship? I'm not sure. So on the bottom of the list for the guys, we have Tequila. I'm gonna just call her Tequila for now until I watch the episode again and hear her name properly. Tequila, Unique, Sierra, and Leanne, who was ultimately the one who was dumped. Now, Tequila was in the bottom two, and essentially she feels like she was played by the men, and the commentary that Tommy gave her was that you need to connect more, and she's like, I have been connecting.
I'm doing my best, and it's still not enough.
Yeah. You gotta believe that you enough though by yourself without those others. So if you're gonna really believe like, you know, I'm good or I know I'm doing my part.
Yes, I really truly know I am.
You straight then.
People not connecting with you is not a judgment on your character. That does not mean that you are not good enough to date. Maybe you're just not the type of person who would date these people, you know? But then on the other hand, I'm like, I think there's a difference between you just listing off the details of who you are and then actually finding some commonalities with somebody to then forge a relationship with, you know? I don't think I saw enough about Tequila to really make a deduction of like where she went wrong. But in Ready to Love, you know, a lot of people say, I'm this old, I do this job, I have this many kids, or I don't have kids, I'm previously married, this is what I like to do for fun, this is what my family structure looks like. It's just a reading off of the resume rather than finding these connection points and really fostering a relationship there, you know? Like there's a disconnect for a lot of people on Ready to Love when it comes to that. As the night goes on, Red and Unique are having a conversation and they realize they may know each other.
I think I've met Red before. And in the industry that I'm in, it's not far-fetched that we would bump into each other. He's a comedian, and I'm a television and film producer.
The stigma of my lifestyle says he probably not a family man.
Because you have a thought job.
Sometimes women are not comfortable with groupies, fans, so after this interaction, I'm truthfully not even really interested anymore.
Unique, sweetie, now I understand why you were in the bottom. This woman called, she called him out on having a thought job. And then I'm like, well, that's kind of hypocritical because didn't you meet him through your line of work? So you might not be a DJ like him, and let's not get it twisted. If I saw a man come to me and he said he's a DJ, I'm thinking the same thing. But not every inner thought needs to be verbally expressed. Okay. I'm looking at their situation like same. You work in an industry that led you guys to cross paths. Like, who's to say you don't have a thought job either? I don't think that she does. I forget what she actually does for work. But I'm just like, yeah, that was kind of hypocritical of you. Habibi is categorically problematic. But listen, Lil Miss, I don't know how to connect with people. Tequila, she doesn't see anything wrong.
Tequila, she reminds me of myself. What you see is what you get.
Every guy needs somebody that, you know, looks at them to cut their eyes the way you cut your eyes.
Yeah.
Would you cheat on that dude with me?
Mm-hmm. I'm being honest.
Love you, girl. We out. I kiss my own hand.
Why you didn't kiss mine?
Because I'm going to kiss yours another day.
Let me tell you something. As soon as a man asks me if I would have cheated on my old man with him, that would have been the end of the road. That would have been the end of the road because already you're basically insinuating that you condone cheating. In certain circumstances, you would find a way to justify it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Stay away. And then she had the audacity to say, he's such a deep thinker. Tequila, girl. Tequila. I was here like, girl, you know, maybe you can find another way to connect with people. If these are the type of people you're going to connect with, I don't know if you should be here. I think maybe as, what's his name now? As Kojo says, sit on the bench and heal because I'm concerned. So on the bottom of the list for the girls was Red, Brandon, and Habibi. And I cannot lie to you, with Habibi and Brandon being at the bottom, it's a close tie. It's a very close tie for me. I'm not quite sure who I would. No, I think it would be Brandon. And it solely has to do with the divorce. The kids would be a lot. However, they came from a marriage. It's different. But that marriage only ended officially 6 months ago. And you do have a history of returning back to her. Send back to sender. Return to sender. We don't want it, okay? The season looks like it's going to be good. There's a lot of physical activity going on. There's some tension going on as well. I don't know. I have high hopes for the Dallas season. Hopefully it doesn't embarrass me like almost every season prior, but we're going to stick it out and see how things pan out. As always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.